Got in 2, 3, 4, 5. Greetings and salutations. I am the Raven, hosting up this another delve in Guild of Dungeoneer with my motley crew, going by Discord order. First up, we have JKLantern.
Hello, it's me. I'm here to eat all of the things. All of them.
Oops.
Absolutely all of them.
No, maybe not.
Next up, we have Star Princess House OC, who I am not going to say helps keep Lantern under control, but she just encourages and probably directs it.
I mean, he kind of does the same to me. We're kind of two peas in a pod that way.
Peas.
Next up, we have the final member of the Landstar family, God Onion Viola.
Wee! That's right. I'm here. Again. Every time now.
Is that a bad thing, though? It's always a delight to have you around.
Yep.
I'm trying to eat! Oh!
There we go.
And speaking of having people who are a delight to be around, we have Yoko.
Oh. Fuck off.
Yoko, if you give it, you have to take it.
Yeah, Yoko.
Fine, thank you. Why am I here anyway?
Everyone in this call are lovely and delightful folk, even though they drive me crazy sometimes.
I'm a
You
distraction.
You don't say. Gee, I wonder to who.
Okay, as I've notified my crew, if they notice or not, is another thing, is I spent a bit of time grinding up some gold to unlock a particular class. Hopefully it makes things a bit easier. The Cartomancer, my favourite class. It is a third...
What's in the future for the guild? The cards, they say, can tell us the answer. Who will survive or who will be killed? You could say,
How about
go ask
Raven?
the Cartomancer.
You know, I've been told to keep it to my original promise of keep it so, yes, I'll so name the first one after Kikyo. Or to say, so I go for myself, because it is my favourite class.
I mean, you haven't actually died yet. We need to change that. If the rest of us have to go into this dungeon and get ourselves killed repeatedly...
That better be going into the out of contest section. Okay. Now to show you lose is how it's done.
Gross.
Was that a monster or my stomach?
Yes.
Okay. I summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I have a card of the Red Eyes Black Dragon somewhere, and I have no idea where it is. I very briefly collected Yu-Gi-Oh cards when I was in high school. It was a very brief span of thing. Then I got a couple more because some friends of mine still play, but it's not something I'm super into.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's very fair, honestly.
I still have 6 decks myself. I have the Legendary Dragons decks, and I haven't played in years now.
Honestly,
People
the
still
only
play it?
the only collecting card game I ever had was well, I was playing Pokemon, and even back then I was here like I didn't care for like the powerful cards. I would exchange a rare one for all I cared. For one of those cutesy where the picture was actually made of Play-Doh.
Oh.
Aw.
Like, I wanted to have a full deck of Pokemon with Play-Doh pictures on the card. And, like, I think by now I basically gave them to my sister because I'm not playing anymore, and
I still have mine in my closet.
I mean, we probably kept them somewhere. If they're not here anymore, we probably just gave them to charity or something. Because, hey, they're still, people still play them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of the Pokemon, I have like at least 3 decks of Pokemon cards. I don't play with much of them. One,
Yeah.
box. I have like a container full of red cards. And I have my very first set, which is in card, gotta protect get or something like that. And then there was another card game that I played, Magic the Gathering. That one is. And I have one deck, which is in this neat yellow box.
I have a bunch of Magic the Gathering, mostly because, God, I don't even remember what birthday that was. But Courage and I played Magic a little bit, and then one year, like, as a joke, we each got each other, like, a collection of cards that was like, here, have a crap load of cards for, like, 25 cents. The goal wasn't to make anything that was actually good, like any good decks, it was just make decks that amuse ourselves. The Goblin card, obviously very popular in our household.
Well, of course.
Goblin Tribal can work very well.
I mean, likewise, this is why in Warcraft I tended to play orcs, and why in Warhammer I'm like, yeah, greenskins, woo, all the way.
Oh, I can imagine you were quite the fan of the Night Goblin fanatics.
They were basically my favorite thing ever.
No way!
Like, so in vanilla Warhammer, one of the factions is orcs and goblins, and the notable things about orcs and goblins, for those of you not familiar with Warhammer, orcs are fairly cheap, but awesome at, like, hand-to-hand combat. Orc units also known for beating the crap out of themselves, and this is notable with the Night Goblin fanatics. Night Goblin fanatics basically are goblins that live in caves, and what they do is they drink, like, magic Popeye beer, have these big balls and chains. All the other goblins just shove them out into the battlefield and hope for the best. Like, there's a significant chance that the Night Goblin fanatic will take out a chunk of your own guys. But they'll also take out, like, a chunk of the enemy, so it's fine. That's why you have, like, 8 million goblins, so that you always have more of them.
Chunk? Well, a majority of the dice rolls go against you.
Yep.
Yay!
Well, this is really just quite surprising.
Victory!
Dungeoneers just
Yes.
stand for our
Part of which was a parrot.
cause they keep surviving.
Poppy, no.
No. No.
My beloved dog.
Shut up.
No.
Wow.
Stand
Rude
up.
much?
You haven't seen that video.
Yes,
No,
during
I
our let's
haven't.
play of the cave, Poppy makes a return, but it's okay because the hermit constantly tells the bird to shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... It was actually a really funny video, and that whole recording session was fun in general, aside from the parts where we got stuck. But, like, we get to the island, and Parrot. I'm like, oh god. Guy in game repeatedly tells Parrot to shut up, and I'm like, yes.
Everyone was telling that parrot to shut up.
Yep, including the narrator.
Yep. We have to decide if we want to continue on with that Let's Play or if we want to break it up with another one. Because I know I'm really super hyped for one of the things we have.
Yes.
And I am
Heart of the cards.
Yep. I am realizing my mistake here is I got favor to use. I could have used it to make this a little easier.
Oh, fire blast.
Magmar, use Fire Blast.
Fireball.
Magmar was like my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon when I was a kid, and then when Gen 4 came out, they introduced Magmortar, and I hated the design of that thing.
What are you? I'm a lava duck.
Ooh, that elk has a lot of health.
Yeah.
That means it's made of delicious elk meat, and will be fantastic on a pizza.
Lantern.
I have had elk on a pizza, I'll have you know, and it was amazing.
I was expecting that.
Yeah, when my family went to Alaska about 9 years ago, one of the places was Denali State Park, Talkeetna, and there was a pizza place there, and we got pizza with like elk, reindeer sausage, moose, and then like the mozzarella cheese was made out of elk or reindeer milk or something. It was quite good.
Interesting.
Of course, that was also the night I caught the plague, so yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Courage had to be stuck with me during that, the poor bastard.
Oh, I'm tempted to make some poor kid cry with remarking, "Oh, Lantern ate a certain reindeer."
I ate Rudolph.
There we go.
My stomach glowed for a week.
You know, that would explain a bit. The craziest part of the trip to Alaska, I'd say, was so we were in Fairbanks. I think that was as far north as we went, and there's a good chunk of the state farther north than that. But it was during summertime, so Courage and I were sharing a hotel room in Fairbanks that one night. And, like, it was getting to be, like, midnight and the sun was still out, and neither of us could sleep. So we ended up having to dismantle the couch and stack it in front of the window just to get the room dark enough so that we could go to sleep. The whole thing about the Great White North being the land of the midnight sun, they ain't exaggerating.
Yeah, they have daytime a lot.
Well, I think, like, for the poles, it's basically they have 6 months of day and 6 months of night.
Ugh.
It's not far off.
Yeah.
That said, if you can ever make the trip up to Alaska, it is beautiful. The port cities were touristy, but still fun. But yeah, it's just beautiful mountains, woodland.
Salmon fishers.
Salmon fishermen, yes. Everybody.
Yep.
Well, now,
Sweet.
this is just really quite surprising.
Oh, by the way, yes, that Cardstorm card that I'm using pretty much nearly finished off everything. Almost.
Next time, I hope you find.
Part of the reason why this class is one of my favourites. Oh, buggers.
Oh
This one.
dear. Oh my fucking god.
The name-ish man, Snowman.
The problem is just getting yourself up to a state where you can do maximum damage.
Ye-
Uh,
Level up.
pardon?
Yar.
Yeah.
Yar har.
I can't believe Raven's a pirate.
I can't believe he's undying.
I saw a great video of someone playing that song on the accordion, and it was amazing. And like,
Have you, like, if there's a thing I recommend, if you just want to be generally amazed at musicians, anything that is an automaton cover, like, it's something. Like the automaton is a Japanese instrument that was firstly meant to be a toy, which looks like this huge plastic big note that you basically hold in your hand. It's hard to explain, honestly. I might as well just go find a picture because it's so hard to explain, and I'm not good at explaining.
You're doing fine.
you are doing great.
And my note, to get enough gold to unlock the Cartomancer, I had to do 11 boss runs of the first area. And may I note, we lost another lantern to do it.
It's fine.
Aw.
Lantern is a red shirt. It's great.
I can still hear his voice.
I.
And the fun thing is, you both can do that.
Did you lose a star too?
Yes.
But I just found that one.
Look, it was not a new one, just the one from last time.
I was gonna. We were gonna have pizza.
Look, it's fine. We got the cloning machine on overdrive.
Oh God, that brings to mind Venture Brothers, which it's been a long time since I've watched that show.
Uh-oh.
Has Raven turned into a priest?
I mean, I think so. I don't
A pirate priest.
I got an eye
Yarr.
patch, a evil-looking staff, and a robe. Nah.
That's what it's looking like.
You shall not pass.
Ultimate power!
Attention.
Yar, have you heard about our Lord and Savior Davy Jones?
Excuse me, I think you meant Raptor Jesus, but I.
No. No, we mean Cthulhu.
Excuse me.
Not surprising from you.
Excuse me. Can I take a moment to tell you about our Lord and Savior Arceus?
Lantern,
Get out of this house!
Wait, since we're talking about Cthulhu, I'll be honest for a second. I think, honestly, Lantern is one of the most likely to forge a pact with Cthulhu without losing their mind.
I've seen a lot of crazy things in my time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
without-
pretty sure
without
like that's
losing your
your
mind,
entire
because
D&D group.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so a few weeks ago, Star actually sat in on one of our D&D sessions. I'm the quiet one.
Yes, she is.
Did you say she is?
Oh, that reminds me. Not having D&D this week because my DM hates Roll20 and was just having a bad time with it.
Yeah.
she's not doing well with the quarantine stuff at all.
Ooh.
Like,
Yeah.
That's understandable in more ways than
yeah,
several ways.
it's hard on everybody, but different people handle it differently, and
Yeah.
it's she's very much an extrovert, whereas I'm more than happy to be like a turtle living under a rock somewhere.
Mhm.
When we say that nerds will survive the apocalypse, we weren't kidding. But yay, I'm personally doing fine because I'm not much of an extrovert, but I know people who are hating this situation with a burning passion.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry, sorry to excuse, but one moment. Card storm!
Boom!
Oh, Jesus.
Royal flush.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much.
Yep.
So, yeah,
Here's,
since we're talking,
here's a game.
yeah, remember to still have a friendly call to any of your close friends or family. I just I called my grandma earlier today. She's doing super fine. She has one of her sons at home. Her sister though, so it would be my great aunt technically. Lives alone in her apartment at the moment. There's a nurse that used to come by, but since she's not as much of a important sick person, I'm hard with words right now. She is all alone in her tiny apartment at the moment, and I feel kind of bad for her.
Yeah.
Mm,
That's understandable.
yeah.
Yep.
At least the neighbors are here to shop for groceries for her and such. But yay, it's not easy.
Yeah.
Another card storm, damn.
Yep.
Dang.
Oh, you used to see how big I can make the card storm sometimes.
That's
You
That-
ever wanted to play 52 pickup?
Yeah!
Gambit, eat your heart out.
Raven, what you said could have been taken so out of context. I'm not even gonna bother.
I remember Gambit being like the most popular X-Man for like such a very brief time.
Mm.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Sorry.
You're fine.
He was actually my favorite part of the really shitty Wolverine movie.
Yeah. Like, he was entertaining, but then they completely ruined Deadpool.
They ruined a lot of things in that movie, but
True.
the one after it was a little better, and then Logan. Logan was friggin' amazing. Logan was awesome.
For
I
me-
tend to see people have very different opinion on Deadpool and Logan on a general basis. I know people who just loved Deadpool, how it doesn't take himself seriously.
Mm.
But on another hand, really disliked Logan. I don't exactly remember the reason behind it, but it's funny to see how you can literally have perfectly opposite opinions.
That's,
Yeah,
that's people for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
At D&D, like a month and a half ago, back before all of this shit happened, when we could still go out, I went over to Edmund Unplugged to have D&D, and another good friend of mine does D&D there with his own campaign, but like, so I'm sitting at my table with my party, Mike's sitting at his table, and a Star Wars movie is playing in the background, and So me and one of our players, the cat, start talking about things we like about the Star Wars movies and things we don't like. Then Mike and his son get in on the conversation as well. And like it was actually kind of a beautiful moment because Edmund Unplugged is a place for nerds by nerds. We all were having a discussion about Star Wars. We all had different opinions on which Star Wars movies we liked, which ones we didn't, and the reasons for this. But it never got like nasty. It never got hateful or anything.
That's the greatest.
And at the end of it all, we were like, okay, we all have differing opinions on the Star Wars, but we all enjoy Star Wars. It means different things to us, but we all can agree that we all love Star Wars.
Oh, by the way, check out this boss.
Oh.
What is?
The adorable snowman.
Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa.
God damn it.
So it's third server member here.
So you're saying the boss is basically Lantern, okay?
I have been bamboozled.
How? Never mind.
Look, Lantern is going to be easy to bamboozle.
True.
Yeah, but okay, I thought I was
Call
the
him-
easiest
there
one
you
to
go.
bamboozle, but I guess it's not the case.
You're easy to bamboozle in different ways.
Yeah. Just call the Landstar couple cute, and there you go. Boom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got it.
There you go.
Or just
See?
throw some
Good
dress
point.
that you think that I would wear.
Yeah.
Eh,
It took me a minute. I thought that said something other than card flick.
Really?
Excuse?
Real mature.
wow, Lantern.
It's like, oh, that's an L and an I. Okay. Okay.
Oh, behold. The early
Real
cast
mature.
on which my entire deck. I throw my entire deck at you, sir.
God, I just imagine your character be like, take my entire deck, and just throwing the full deck, as big as a brick, just
Thunk.
throwing it like that
Dunk.
to the person.
Oh
This is
god.
glorious.
If there was any LP episode I wanted fan art to be generated from, is this one.
Oh god, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. I still desperately want fan art of Anna using PK Coral on something, anything. Just because I have a hilarious mental image of it.
It's a
Right.
spectral Carl launching herself at the enemy, and if we're going by what we believe to be a chosen weapon, she's using a battle axe.
Yep. And I'm assuming there's a Viking helmet.
Might I ask you all the question? Because I'm legitimately curious.
Oh, well.
What are your thoughts on LARP? LARP.
Oh. I have never done it, but my DM actually, and her fiance, and at least one, the cat is the other person in that group who does that. They
Oh god.
they all regular. He doesn't LARP as a cat. There are people who do LARP as animals in that group, just not in that particular setting. But yeah, several of my friends do LARP. They the one they're in is Amped Guard, which stands for something, I don't know what. But yeah, they all do it. They've been trying to talk me into doing it for years. I think there actually is a LARP group at one of the parks that's like a block and a half from my house. But I'm like, I don't really feel like it. I don't feel like getting hit with sticks on the weekend. Also, if you're gonna hit me with a stick, I'm going to hit you way harder with a stick because that's how I'm wired. But yeah, it's like it can be a good form of exercise. It's fun if you have a good group. You can have great friendships in it. LARP is cool. Go for it.
Okay. Like, I know some, like, I don't know a lot of people actually, but I have heard some people saying it was cringe or something. So I was.
Depends.
It all depends on who you get.
Yeah.
Like I've heard interesting stories from their LARP group, but on the whole, they enjoy it. They enjoy the people they made.
Mm.
Again, like the cat. The cat's a little crazy, but we love him.
I just have this mental image that you're doing D&D with a cat from a dwarf. And mind you, some of the stories we got from you involving the cat.
So the cat's very much into rave culture. He's also a good. He's like a good 10, 12 years younger than most of the rest of us.
Mhm.
But he's a good guy. We love him. And also, he's just a source of shenanigans.
Oh, yeah.
I see.
Oh, by the way,
Oof!
maximum
Oh my
cat
God.
storm!
Whoa!
You just killed that brain.
Yes.
Get dunked on!
Oh, God, I've got... Where is it? Battle Scars. I have... There we go, Scrounger. One loot choice is of a higher level than normal, cannot take coins instead of loot. Which means...
Oh. You have to take the equipment.
Yes, which may mean I may end up screwing myself over in the long run. Fun thing about this game, the scar system wasn't in there to begin with. A lot of people didn't like it, but and they introduced a system where yes, you can turn it off. I still run with it. Why? Because sometimes it's better victory.
Well, you seem to be doing much better with the Cartomancer, so.
They are a tier 3 champion, tier 3 class.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I know that.
Which one?
Health.
Yep. Maximum cat storm.
Yee! Die, monster.
That's just
You don't
overkill,
belong in
man.
this world!
Oh no.
That's just overkill.
I'm sorry, the int overkill, this confirmed kill.
Excuse me, just imagine card storm. You just throw several cards like shurikens, and the person in front of you is like, "You must be the Belmont."
Sure.
Okay, now I want to find a homebrew class where it's basically, yes, I fight with cards.
I'm sure it exists.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it exists, like a tarot mentor, or
Yeah.
must be something.
I did see a Belmont homebrew. Did you send me the Belmont homebrew class, or was that in another place?
I'm
I-
pretty sure a Vampire Hunter is the easy homebrew class to find.
Vampire Hunter can be done for background. It's if you're talking about, I don't know about the class, but I definitely remember sending you the video on how to play Trevor Belmont.
Yeah. Someone at some point actually legit sent me a class that was just called Belmont, and like it specialized in whips, but could also use like axes, throwing knives, basically various weapon proficiencies with bonuses attached to them. Were kind of like class powers. It was a class that benefited from not using armor, and there were a whole bunch of weird little gimmicks to it, but it was very much designed to emulate like old school Castlevania 1 through 4.
Nice.
Nice.
Now I remember at the beginning of the year, one of my friends was oof,
Overkill match.
was trying to let me find my words. Was I think I have told you about it, Lantern, before, but he was trying to make some kind of homebrew class based on the use of different cheese. That would basically be called a Tyromancer.
Oh, I remember this being mentioned, yes.
I don't think he has progressed much on it, but it's an interesting concept. Like, I summon the power of cheese. But not any cheese. According to the effect you want to give.
Yep.
Like,
That sounds like that sounds like a very this is going to be a weird segue, but that sounds like
Young Dungeoneer.
the chemist in Final Fantasy almost, except taken in a weird direction.
How long before you
I need to
Yeah.
add that to the hypothetical Lantern JRPG.
Oh.
actually give... you're a food nerd, aren't you?
hmm
Let me get a specific cheese.
Other characters in the hypothetical Lantern JRPG include pizza delivery person, crazy cat lady, a literal bear, and I actually have an idea for a side quest for the bear, because like the bear would obviously only speak in roars because bear, but like at some point you go to Bear Village and there's like a dramatic subplot involving like revenge, betrayal, and you have no idea what's going on because you can't understand them because bear.
There we go.
Ooh.
What is that?
It's a French cheese called I'm actually going to type it out because it's hard to pronounce. It is a cheese renowned to be, how do I say, to have a very, very strong taste. Not all people
Okay.
like it.
It's a cheese that'll knock your socks off.
Pretty much, yeah. That's the idea behind this one.
A lot of American like a lot of cheeses you tend to get in America or in the grocery store are kind of sissy in comparison to what you get in Europe.
Oh,
Yeah.
but, okay. It's basically because of it's basically, I think, some medical laws about because our cheeses here are basically moisturized in a way. I think it's the word. I'm not sure.
We're subject to stricter pasteurization laws for
Yeah.
cheeses.
Yeah, that's this, which is why you have a lot of hard paste. Is it French, English? You have a lot of hard paste cheeses when we have
Just take your time.
fuck.
You're fine.
When we have a lot more softer cheeses
Yeah.
here. I mean, how can I say that? Basically, if if you look in all the cheeses that exist through France and that have been made in France, we have more than 365. When we say
Oh.
one cheese a day, we're not joking.
Oh, I see.
And there's a vast diversity of flavors of cheeses, and some of them are quite strong. Even when I spent a summer just like once a week buying a fancy cheese from the cheese section of one of the grocery stores here, I did not scratch the surface of the cheeses that are out there, or even the diversity of flavors, just because, especially in Europe, again, because they have various countries in Europe take their cheese making friggin' seriously and have different laws about it. You can get a much greater and more unique and much more characterful variety of cheeses there. Some of them carry slightly more health risks if you're not prepared for it, if you didn't grow up around it. But if you find a good one and you like that sort of thing, it winds up being amazing.
I see.
So,
Interesting.
Kikio's dream holiday will be to France then.
Yeah.
Then again, she's a bit lactose intolerant, so
Ah,
We do joke about bringing her to Oklahoma for a trip so she can meet a couple people here in person like me and Lore, and then
I mean,
also
you're also kind of near Texas, so
yeah.
Yeah.
Although to be fair, Texas is big, but
Very.
very.
you will bring her to Kyle, or I'm going to slap you.
Okay, Jesus.
Hang on a sec. I need to add something to.
what the hell?
But we actually have a cheese festival. Not terribly far from here. Like I think an hour outside of the OKC metro. The Watanga Cheese Festival, and I've had some of the Watanga cheeses, and they are quite good. In fact, one of the restaurants I really like around here, the Mule, which is the place where I get the kick-ass poutine from. One of the appetizers they serve is fried cheese curds, and oh my god, they're so good.
You typed Kikyo instead of Yoko.
You kind of called me Kikyo.
When
I cannot believe.
when I put this video up, I need to tell Kikio she needs to watch this one.
There we go. Perfect. Just as planned.
You idiot.
Woo! I'm good at the internet.
You absolute buffoon.
Yes, I am. That's also going in out of context now. Because I like it.
Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone else, we may call it a crew. We're not a crew. We're a mess.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the people know now. I have known for a long time. Let them breathe, it'll be okay.
I love this crew.
I love every single one of you.
Yep.
Right back at you.
Yep.
You have
Nope.
you have no taste.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Yoko,
I can love you, you don't love
if
me.
you're gonna give love, you need to take it.
Yoko,
I love you, damn it.
Yoko, you're my beloved French niece. Accept it.
Fine.
Yay.
Thank you, even though I don't see why you think this way.
Because you're a great friend and we love you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Has this Let's Play turned into appreciation murder?
Yes.
Probably.
The day comes when I no longer have a clue. What happened? Appreciation murder.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes that just happens.
Yeah.
White card.
Appreciation.
Well,
I have no idea when the last time the deck was updated. I feel like I need to get Palm cookies as a way of apology for adding so many damn cards.
Yeah.
given I think they also removed a few about V and also changing the ones with V's dead name as well.
Hmm.
Because you know there are still those.
Yeah.
Along with that other incident.
But it's okay. I've also been able to use this time to update all of the servers that I already have. Yay!
Well, this is just
You unlocked the yodeler.
thanks to you I've lost.
Yay.
Oh no!
I forgot we had a yodeler.
Yodeler.
Ricola.
Generic breath mint.
So who are we going to name this yodeler after?
You already have Carl, don't you?
Yeah, she's a barbarian.
She's technically also an opera singer, but hey.
With Eldritch, we could probably use Draco then, because they're also classically trained.
They are?
They are.
Huh. Like I know they're a food nerd and basically a fae, but I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Neither did I.
Draco, if you're watching this, I hope you don't mind. You know a yodeler.
I may have to post this in the Lord of the Rings server later, just for that.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
Oh
thi-
well.
this is the end. This is where we grab the ice cream and make a run for it.
Sweet. Totally.
Let's go.
Nom.
Nom.
Behold the ice cream monks.
Whee.
Can you tell me of the fourth flavor?
Oh my god, I actually know what you're referencing.
It's from.
Can you tell me of the way of the 7 flavors?
This sounds familiar.
The flavor of the day. The flavor of the day is Sunday. Sunday. Of all the... I actually have... So Kids Next Door wasn't one of the shows I super got into, but I did
Oh
enjoy
my
it.
god, K&D. Oof, I used to watch this as a kid.
There was a surprising amount of lore in that show. Like, it starts off as just like this
Yeah.
one like monster of the week sort of thing, but then they started just building up all this ridiculous stuff, and it was awesome.
And it was working.
Yeah.
You had stuff like Billy and Mandy and obviously it began as Grim and Evil. In the case of Billy and Mandy, it was stupid. It
There
was
was also the fact that I don't know how they managed to do that, but like every single episode name was a acronym.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was always cool. Billy and Mandy I only watched a little of. I don't remember much of it. The things I do remember vividly.
Yep.
And like the notable things about Billy and Mandy that I remember are David Warner as Nurgle for some reason. The clowns will destroy us all! Destroy us all!
Destroy us all!
Yeah, that. I remember that. I remember, I want to go on a picnic! You remember the last time you went on a picnic? Do. Fargo Fargo! Ah, somebody help me! Yeah, I remember that sequence because it was really funny and just how unapologetically dumb it was.
I also remember,
And then I remember Red Fox Dracula.
oh boy.
Oh dear.
I see.
Dracula gonna go get the early bird special. Vampires don't suck, they scrape and lick.
Excuse me, what?
One of the things I remember from Billy and Mandy's that this stands out to me as more enjoyable for me is when General Scar came to live in the neighbourhood.
Ah!
And just when we had Grim going, just had the kids convincing Grim to dance around like a little girl, and just that way they're going to release him from the servitude. And it's kind of, I'm a little girl, I'm a little girl. Oi! It's not nice to steal from little girls.
Ah, yes, the cardstone, please.
Or when they
no.
had the parody of the Smurfs.
Yeah.
That one was close.
Raven.
And then we had a bowling ball head.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
I don't know what's going on, but then that's hardly news.
I mean, yeah.
Ooh, that swipe is gonna hit you hard.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no, indeed.
Might as well use the cardstone right now. All that.
Oh, that was a close one.
Very close.
Oh, bugger.
And now Raven is a snowman.
You are my snowman, my only snowman.
You
I'm
make me
tempted to-
happy when snow is here.
Showing off is quite a bore, and certainly not becoming.
I'm tempted to look up the Snowman song from Cannibal the Musical now.
Which sure
Oh well.
Oh, yeah, that.
I
So,
see.
so like most people, when they hear the phrase, do you want to build a snowman, they think of Frozen. I have not seen Frozen. I saw Cannibal the Musical well before Frozen was a thing.
Oh
So I
dear.
immediately think of that scene from that movie.
Mhm.
I
Do
see.
you wanna build a snowman?
Fucker.
Oh. Thank you, V. I didn't even notice that I mistyped something.
Yeah.
So 4 people are now on a list.
Yep.
I see. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No
I mean-
intrigo, hard to say.
We're dealing with a fade. I don't think it's a good thing.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's super fine. We're all going to die, but it's fine.
Like, we're pretty sure Lantern has some Fae ancestry in there somewhere, so.
I mean, we're all going to die in the end anyway, so it's just a matter of years.
Actually, the joke over on the Lord of the Rings server is like, Draco's a Fae, Onyx is an Eldritch Abomination, Lantern is...
Lantern.
Lantern.
I like how you've basically become the Tom Bombadil of this place.
Pretty much.
Yep.
And you yourself called me a pottle Eldritch Abomination as well.
Are you?
Lantern did.
Ah,
Well,
is he though?
fine.
I wouldn't call him an Eldritch Abomination.
One of the fun things about being in this crew is, like, I will say something terrible, and, like, 8 out of 10 times, Sarat will look at that and be like, that's cute.
Yes.
Hold my beer.
And then the other 2 times, Sarat will even be like, what the... what?
No, but what's amazing is that at this point we're just so used by the amount of bullshit that happens to you that we're like, yeah, that checks.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's a typical Lantern day.
Yeah.
And the amount of times you two start and Lantern remark is case of on your streams and LPs or whatever it's case of, oh, Raven's gonna look at this and he's gonna go, what? My apologies, but I've reached the point is, meh.
Yes, as from the one last comment on one of our videos. Meh, quote the Raven.
Yes.
We still have to figure out what we're doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you probably should.
Because we have a few ideas.
Yeah.
Oh whoa.
Yeah, I have seen the latest edition that Lantern's bought you, and it's... Lantern, you're a man of taste. I am not saying it's good taste.
I mean, he's bought a couple of other things since then.
Use
so.
the card Storm.
The thing about that game is, the most notable thing, I was not actually expecting to find it on a Steam.
True.
Like, we were talking about it, last LP video, and, it's like, you know what? Which of these is available on Steam? And it's like, the original 2 games for like $2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Come on,
6, 7,
use the
8,
card
9,
Storm.
10, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Dang it.
Come on.
One more. Now we use it.
Yeah,
Behold!
let's go.
Ultimate card power!
Yeah.
The thing was so
Get
powerful.
dunked on.
The thing was so powerful that your stream lagged for a second.
Well, that's amazing since I am streaming at the moment.
I mean, screen share. Sorry,
Yeah.
I just meant to say live stream.
We now have 2 scoops of fruit.
Yeah.
Yee.
Oh, by the way, this, do not bother. Fuck. This is where it's... Oh, no.
Squint.
Do the Mountain Goats do that one Mario themed song I like? I need to double check that. I could totally sing that song. It's relatively easy to sing.
Oh, by the way, check out this. Oh, the ice cream.
Time to nom.
Indeed.
Well, unfortunately, the ice cream monk has proven unsuccessful in getting this far, so it's the Cardamans doing it.
I'll just borrow the ice cream from you later.
Yep. Oh my, Raven's got a corset.
Woo? Don't say things like this to me. I'm gonna break up Kikyo.
I figured don't say things like that to Kikyo.
Well, don't say things like that to me, because I'm gonna bring them to Kikyo. We have she has a severe blood loss in DMs whenever we talk. For some reason, that is definitely not
wonder
browsing
why.
Pinterest for hot boys.
Okay, I do it for the hot girls. You do it for the hot boys.
I've certainly never sent
don't-
anybody pictures of characters from Breath of Fire. What are you talking about?
I mean, I also send a few
I
bit of
can lie.
pretty girls sometimes. You know, the gaydar is a thing.
Mhm.
Yo, got bad news. I'm out of the corset.
Aww. A shame.
But we can still picture it.
Mhm.
I can still hear its voice.
Well, the corset had a voice.
Yeah, like what?
Oh god, a sentient corset. The stories it would have to tell.
Concernedly looks at their clothes. Are you telling me we have to make a Toy Story movie but with clothes now?
No.
I mean, we already had a movie related to household appliances, so.
Which one was this?
Yes, but the little toaster was quite disturbing.
Yeah, it's true.
I only saw Brave Little Toaster once when I was in preschool. I remember nothing of it. I remember
Okay.
Not even the creepy clown fireman?
You said
I don't remember that.
You said
I remember one of the characters was an electric blanket. That's
Yep.
about it.
you said preschool, but in your first syllab, I heard prison, and I was like, what?
Turns out that he was taught in jail.
I mean,
Okay.
again, I wouldn't be surprised. That's
I've
the thing.
I've been in jails before. Not as a prisoner, but I've been in them.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's more concerning. In a way.
Look, sometimes Dad would take us on tours of places for field trips.
Sure. And since he was working with the police,
Actually, for a long time, Courage's main pajama pants were legit a pair of county jail pants that my dad picked up for him.
wow.
It's like, here you go,
have
thanks.
Some family.
I mean, have I told the rat story in here? I can't
The-
remember if I've told.
You have told way too many stories at this point.
Oh,
So I was.
one moment.
I was.
It's a case of we don't have time for this after this one's over and done with.
Okay.
I'm ending this
Yeah.
because it's we're close into an hour. We're over an hour now.
Okay.
I can speak.
Yeah.
We,
you
we don't mean to cut you, but we're short on time.
Yeah.
Rip.
But are we sure it's Raven talking or the corset?
Hmm.
Dun dun dun.
White card. Raven's talking corset.
You motherfuckers!
Yee.
Decency, I wonder. And so the trice cream came flowing down the mountain like a sticky glacier. And it's all mine to collect packets and distribute. The monks aren't too happy about it, but as the old saying goes, you can't get to the top of the ice cream game by ruffling a few habits and destroying vast amounts of wildlife. So it doesn't quite taste the same, but it's a bit more twiggy than I remember. And there's certainly a level of grit that certainly the original Trice Cream had. But still, it's hot. And what choice do the townsfolk have? And besides, those suckers never actually realise what they're missing. And for all they know, ice cream is supposed to have deer droppings in it.
Huh.
And behold, the reason why we raided the Ice Cream Monks, and this is the Ice Cream DLC now finished.
I see.
Oh, interesting.
They released the Pirate DLC and about 2 more areas, standard canon
Did you
areas.
say pirate?
Yes. You're so in for those areas, aren't you? So yes, this has been me, the Raven, showing you how it's done in one run with one Dungeoneer. Admittedly, that area is pretty much a 1.5 area, and the Cardomancer, as already said, is a rank 3 Dungeoneer. But this has been me, the Raven. This has been them, the crew, who are likely to be going to be stabbed to death.
Yee.
Oh no, I can't.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been waiting for it, so.
Wait.
How to confuse the V.
Say bye, folks.
I
Bye.
can't-
We'll
Bye.
never see you again, but it's fine.
I am a potato.
You are the potato.
And I am Eric.
Ooh.
Nobody's
All
gonna
right,
get that
all right.
joke.
What?
Time to cut JKLantern comes back to life.
Bye, folks.